Good morning, cadets. We have been discussing about the short compositions which carry 6 marks. There are two questions. One question on either notice or advertisement, and second question is on either invitation or reply. So there is a internal choice in the case of these questions. So totally they carry 6 marks. Yesterday we have discussed about formal and informal invitations. Today we'll discuss both invitations and replies in detail and different aspects of this, because if you prepare well in the case of writing skills, you can score 16 out of 16, 6 for short compositions and 10 for long compositions, and they are very important in your life too. When you pass out of 12th, your writing skills will definitely help you to climb the ladder of success. So let's go a little bit in detail about invitations and replies. Let's quickly go through this. So format of an formal invitation. So name of the host is required. Then standard expression, you have to make use of it. Very important to learn formal invitation. The kind of language that is used there. Request the pleasure of your company. Standard expressions. Solicit your gracious presence. So all these expressions are required. Usually you'll find in the greeting cards or invitation cards. So purpose of the invitation, then name of the honoree, day, date and time of the event. So name of the place. So then yes, time and venue. Then RSVP at the end. So please reply. This is a French phrase. Respondent sul bus plate. Means please respond or please reply. That is the meaning of the phrase RSVP. And at the end, contact number, that's a telephone or mobile number or address of the host. So this is the format which you should follow in the case of formal invitation, whereas in the case of informal invitation, it is just like a letter, informal letter. Just let's look at the question format, how the question appears. So either you have to write reply or invitation. We have discussed about this. So one question will be on reply to invitation and second question will be on invitation. So here there is internal choice and second question is on invitation. We have seen the first question on reply to invitation and second question on invitation. So yesterday we have discussed about this. So just have a look at the kind of format that will be there. So either you have to write invitation or reply. So here in this case, what is asked? You have to draft a formal invitation in not more than 50 words for the inauguration of the club. So you are the secretary of the literary club of St. Anne's School, Ahmedabad, and you have to draft a formal invitation. Usually in the examination, formal invitation comes, but sometimes informal invitation will be asked. So informal invitation, you need not worry much about that. So here, how it is written, St. Anne's School, Ahmedabad. We cordially invite all staff, students and parents for the inauguration of the literary club of the school on 29 July between 8:30 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. within the school premises. Well-known novelist Mr. Sandeep Kumar will be our chief guest. So you all are also requested to join us in the auditorium for tea and snacks after the inauguration ceremony. So different formats you can make use of it. Yesterday we have seen some of the different formats of this formal invitation. So what is very important is formal language should be used. How you draft that, how better you can do that, that is what you have to keep in mind. On behalf of your parents, draft a formal invitation to be sent to your friends and relatives on the occasion of your brother's 5th birthday. So Mrs. and Mr. Chawla request the pleasure of your company on the 5th birthday of their son Rahul. On one day, 20th January 2020 at 7 p.m. at Konark Hotel, Yamni Road, Delhi. Then RSVP, that is, please apply. So what is it? What is the occasion here? It's a birthday. So you are drafting formal invitation. So this is very important. Now this is what Indian way it is written here. But if it's a British etiquette, it will be Mr. and Mrs. Chawla. But if it's Indian one, then Mrs. and Mr. Chawla. So you can think over it, which etiquette you want to follow, British or Indian. So the important point that you have to keep it in mind when you are drafting the invitation, the names of the hosts issuing the invitation. The standard expression requires the pleasure of the company of. The reason for the invitation, the time and date, venue. In case VIP is to be invited at an official function, his or her name appears prominently. If somebody is chief guest, if some others who are attending that as guests of honor, their names should appear there. In case of printed cards, the name of the invitee may not figure in the invitation. The date of issuing the invitation is not mentioned. So in the case of notice it is mentioned, but in the case of invitation we don't mention the date of issue. No punctuation is required at the end of a line. The simple present tense is used. So the kind of language that is used, third person, the simple present tense is used in the case of informal invitation. See here the standard expression which you can use it in the case of formal invitation. Request the pleasure of your company. Solicit your gracious presence. So cordially invite you to. So you'll find in the invitation cards like these expressions. Cordially request the honor of your presence. So become familiar with these expressions. Invite you to join because these expressions are very important and they carry lot of marks. So request your benign presence, seek the pleasure of your presence. Purpose of the invitation. So what is the purpose? Birthday, marriage, inauguration, celebration of historic day, or it's a birthday celebration. So name of the honoree, birthday person, bride, groom, etc. Already we have seen a sample of informal invitation. Let's discuss the important points of informal invitation. And you have been told that informal invitation is just like a letter that you write to your friend or relatives. It's just like that. And you are inviting only those who are your close ones or dear and near and dear ones. So important points in the case of this, it is written in the first person. I would like to invite you. The same day's address is written as usual, but the receiver's address is not mentioned. The date of writing the invitation is given, but there is no need to write the year. The salutation is dear and then name, because you know him very closely. The complementary clause is yours sincerely. Various tenses of the verb are used, unlike the formal invitation. So in the case of formal invitation, it's a simple present tense. But here, since you know that person very well, you can use various tenses. The invitation does not ask for a reply as in the formal invitation because they are your close relatives. You expect them to be there. Whereas others, you expect them to give a reply. However, it is polite to reply to the invitation. From the examination point of view, how invitations are important, similar way, the replies are also very, very important. So let's study a little bit about replies now. But remember, there is an internal choice. Either you can draft invitation or reply. A formal reply is usually very short, it is brief and to the point. Remember that the reply is very short, to the point. The quality of a good reply is that it is always present. Sometimes the questions which will be asked on formal invitation, then sometimes you may find it difficult to remember the standard expressions. Then in that, and if it's a informal reply, then it's quite easy. It is just in the form of a letter. So in that case, you can draft reply. Even while declining the invitation or expressing inability to attend, you have to be very, very polite. You have to be courteous. You have to express your regret. So you have to give good reason. Formal replies demand a formal tone and treatment. So the language has to be formal. Your tone has to be very formal, not informal. There's no room for unnecessary details or superfluous matter in them. So no need of using flowery language. Be brief and to the point. An informal reply or private letter may, however, express personal feeling or desires in an intimate style. But if it's an informal reply, then you can express personal feelings in very intimate style because they are very close to you, an informal tone. But otherwise, your formal reply, the language has to be very formal. The tone has to be very formal. No need of going for any unnecessary details or superfluous matter. So let's see the sample of accepting invitation. Now your sender, who is sender? Miss Celine Abraham. Very formal way, she thanks Mr. and Mrs. G. Joseph for the kind invitation which she is delighted to accept as a third person. So she's expressing gratitude and she's talking about host and which she is delighted to accept. Which she is delighted to accept. So these things are very important. So then remaining things you can add up. But these things are very important. What is very important is sender expressing gratitude. So Miss Celine Abram thanks. So sender, who is the sender? Expressing gratitude. We thank the host for their kind invitation which she is delighted to accept. This is a very, very formal way of accepting invitation. And then remaining all things you can add to that. But marks will be for this. Remember that. And you have to write the reply in 50 words. Now let's see what should be there in the case of declining invitation. How polite you can be there. Now sender, here Miss Celine Abram thanks Mr. and Mrs. G. Joseph for their kind invitation. So same thing you are using here. But when you are declining, but regrets her inability to accept the same due to a prior engagement. So you have to give a reason for that. For not attending, you are declining, but you are very polite when you are expressing that. So this polite expression is very important. At first you are expressing gratitude and later politely you are rejecting or politely you are declining because you are engaged somewhere else due to a prior engagement. So reason for not attending the whatever the occasion is. So at first thank them for invitation and then if you want to accept, you accept it, or if you want to decline, give reason for your inability to attain the function. So that's why you will find here, but regrets her inability to accept the same due to a prior engagement. Now let's see here, how will you reply to that? We have already seen the samples of accepting and declining the invitation. But how do you reply? Because you have to write in 50 words. It's not that merely you write and leave it. No, you have to follow that format. So you can follow, if it's informal one, you can follow this. Like here, invited their neighbor. So if it's informal one, no problem at all. You can write this way only. If it's informal, how it is written, sender's address is there, date is there, and salutation is there. Because here Mr. and Mrs. Joseph, he invited their neighbor Priyanka to a party and write a reply to the invitation, and she is expressing her inability to attend the party. So thank you for your kind invitation. I'm sorry to say that. I regret that. I'm sorry to say that. Say, however, that, or I am sorry to say that I shall not be able to come to the party as I shall be out of station that week. I wish Vineet all the best for the future. And at the end, yours sincerely, or at the end, you can mention about that Priyanka. Yes? Right. So let's see one more example here of confirming acceptance. So the address is there if it's a very informal one. Now here it's a very formal, but the address is written here. Subject acceptance of invitation for judging the literary competition. Sir, I would like to express my gratitude to St. Anne's School for inviting me to be judge for a literary competition in your school. I confirm my acceptance for the same and will make sure that I am present there at the scheduled date and time. Yours sincerely, Mohini. So this is of confirming the acceptance. Reply for confirming acceptance. And let's see how the question appears in the exam. Your friend P.V. Satish has invited you to attend the wedding of his sister Jaya. So you are invited for what? You are invited for wedding. You find that you have an important paper of pre-board examination on the day of the wedding. So you are not able to attend that. Thus, you cannot attend the event. Write in about 50 words a formal reply to the invitation expressing your regret. So you can write sorry, or you can write regret. You are Puneet or Punita Yum 1144 Road, Chennai. So this has appeared in the examination, CBSE board examination. It has appeared. Now remember here what you are writing at the beginning. If you want, you can write the address, and then you can write the date. How you draft, that is what is very important. The way you use the sentences, that is what is very important. Now thank you P.V. Satish for your kind invitation to the wedding of your sister Jaya on 23rd January 2020. I regret my inability to attend as I have an important pre-board examination on the day of the wedding. I regret my inability. I am very sorry I would not be able to attend the wedding as I have to appear for an important pre-board examination on the day of the wedding. Wishing the newly wedded couple a very happy married life. Best wishes, Puneet. So best wishes, after that you can write down Puneet, then M114 Fort Road, Chennai, because the address is given there. It can be written at the end. So how we write, that is what is very important. You can follow that format, and the entire thing is written in the box. Okay. Now in the case of replies, either you have to accept the invitation or you have to decline the invitation. And what is very important in the case of these accepting or declining replies is the formal language that you use, the formal words that you use. So formal follow, in the case of formal one, you have to follow a set formula. So number of formats you are seeing. But remember here, what is very important is whether you use formal language, that is what is very important. Now formal words like kind invitation, great pleasure, regret. So these are all very important in the case of formal. Yes, replies when you are accepting or declining. It's my great pleasure to attain the function. It's your kind invitation. I have received your kind invitation, and I would be able and I would be very happy to attain the function. Or I regret as I am unable to attain the function. Use third person they instead of first person. I or we. Address of the writer and the date to be returned. Address of the writer and the date to be returned. Now in the case of informal ones, when you are accepting or declining, it's just like an ordinary letter. So you need not worry about informal replies. Just like an ordinary letter, how informal invitation is like an ordinary letter, just like that only it is also like an informal letter. Do not use any formal expressions but use informal words and expressions. Use first person because you are writing to your close ones and therefore you can make use of first person. So follow this set formula and write well in the examination. Writing section is very scoring. If you follow the format and within the work limit, if you write impressively, you will be able to score well. 16 out of 16. Thank you. Goodbye.